Okay, I think we can start because it is on Facebook Live. We better start at just 8 p.m. So can you see my slides? And my audio video is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. So today, we'll actually divide this session into just two sections. One is just I will give presentation on what is PMI Agile certification, what will be the benefit after becoming the PMI Agile certified practitioner, what is the demand in the market, and then we'll go for a question answering session. So if you have any question regarding this PMI-ACP, you can ask me any question. So at the end of the session, we'll go for the Q&A session. So at that time, you can ask me questions. And at this moment, if you have any questions when you're listening to my presentation, so you can write those questions in chat box also. So let's start. So let's get started. So PMI as a certified practitioner certification. This is actually the perfect way to spotlight your Agile expertise. So today, actually, we'll discuss about what is PMI as a certified practitioner and what is the syllabus for the exam, what is the exam structure, what are the fees for the exam, and how do you take preparation for the exam. All right. And as this is a PMI certification is not easy, everyone knows. So this is also a difficult exam. You have to do hard work for the exam. So let's proceed. Let's see why. Let's see why this certification. So this actually give you more credibility, more marketability in the market, and create more opportunity to stand out among the other people in your arena, other professionals in your arena. So I will actually, before starting about the benefit of PMI-ACP, let me actually explain just two slides on project management. Why do we need project management actually? And why do we need project management certification? Why do we need project management experience and expertise? Sometimes people actually becomes confused because project management, if you see the term project management, actually there is two words here, right? So management is a overused word, right? So a lot of people, some people are finance manager, some maybe procurement managers. So different people are in the role of management. So if someone thinks that as I know management, so I can easily manage project, that is actually not true. To be a good project manager, you have to know actually project management skills, tools, techniques, and know-hows. That is very important. Project management itself is a discipline now. So you have to know how to manage your project successfully. So every manager will not be able to manage the project successfully. So you have to have some competency. If you see this slide, 11.4% of every dollar is wasted due to poor performance. And this is a result of one of the survey done in 2020 by PMI. Name of the service Pulse of the Profession. So you see, each dollar we use, 11.4% is just wasted due to poor project performance. So this is a huge number actually. And if you see the next slide, then you will understand what we are talking about actually. What is the breadth and impact of this loss, 11.4% loss of every dollar. 1.1/5 GDP of world's GDP is used in project management. So now if you calculate with the first slide and this slide, 1/5 GDP used in project management. So 11.4% says loss or wastage for poor project performance is a huge number. All right, so that's why actually we need to know about project management. We have to understand project management. We have to practice project management. All right. So let's discuss about Agile project management and why Agile certified professional from PMI. So in today's situation, if you see that last term, VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity is the new normal now. So now the only way to survive is to be agile. All right. To change yourself, to adapt yourself with the changing environment. So that's where actually agile come into play, come into important role. If you see this slide, 75% versus 56%, what does it mean? Organizations that are highly agile and responsive to market dynamics complete more of their projects successfully than their slower moving counterparts. That means those organizations who are practicing agile, they're actually making their projects 75% successful. And those who are not practicing agile, not adapting themselves, they are actually their projects only 56% successful. So that is a huge gap actually. So that's why agility is very, very crucial in this time of the PO. And PMI-ACP certification is globally recognized, one of the leading Agile certification. So anywhere you can use this certification. Everyone knows about this certification, and you can sell this certification everywhere. And there are a lot of Agile certification in the market. So what is the difference between PMI Agile certification and other certifications? Main thing is, as other certifications are only considering your training, you will join 2 or 3 days training, and then you will sit for exam. That's it. But for PMP certification, you need 3 things. You have to have Agile training, and that should be minimum 21 hours of Agile practice training on Agile project management. And you have to have experience of managing projects working in a Agile team, practicing Agile practices. All right, and also you have to pass a difficult exam. You have to show your competence by passing the testing. So these 3 ways, PMI will certify that you have the mindset, you have the know-how, you have the knowledge of tools and techniques to practice Agile in your organization, in your project. And targets industry, though Agile actually started from software industries, but now it is actually spanned through all the industries like manufacturing, aerospace, construction, healthcare, everywhere Agile is now being used. And other benefits are competitive advantage. You will get competitive advantage. Then networking potential, because PMI is a big organization, the oldest project management institute in the world, and they maintain project management chapter almost in every country. All right, there are more than 314 chapters in the world, right? So these chapters are actually networking hub of the project management professionals. So if you join with these chapters, you will get invaluable experience, and you can do the networking, which will help to grow you in your career professionally in your career. So let's see what and how part of the PMI as a certified practitioner. So let me first discuss about the prerequisite for PMI-ACP exam. What are the prerequisites? All right. So there are actually 3 prerequisites. Number 1 is education. That is actually very easy. Every one of us who have joined here and who are listening in Facebook, all are having, I think, this secondary degree or above certification is the educational requirement. So it can be from diploma or any secondary degree or above. Second criteria is a bit difficult. That is actually related to project experience. And this is actually divided into 2 parts. You need, firstly, you need 12 months of general projects management experience within the last 5 years. That means you have to have experience working in a project as a project manager or project team. And you have to follow some general practice of project management. All right. And second part is 8 months of Agile project experience. That means you have to work in an Agile team who are practicing any Agile practice. That can be Scrum, that can be Kanban, all right, that can be anything, XP, anything. So that 8 months experience you have to have. So these 2 are actually mandatory project experience that you have to have. So Agile, you have to have in last 3 years, 8 months experience or 1500 hours and general project experience 12 months or 2000 hours. And but there is a note here. So if you are a PMP certified or PGMP certified, you are already having this experience. So the first part, general project management experience, you no need to show in the application. Third is actually training. So you have to take 20 hours of training in Agile practices. All right, any Agile practice. Okay, so that is mandatory. So these are the three criteria. If you meet all these criteria, then you can sit for the PMI-ACP exam. And this is a generic application process. PMI maintain this process for every exam, every other exams, certification exams also. So first you have to apply online with your all your data, educational information, training information, and also your Agile and general project experience. Within 90 days, you have to submit your application after opening the application. All right. So PMI will take 5 to 10 days to review your completeness of your application. And if it is approved, then they will ask you for payment. All right. So after payment, you can schedule your exam in any Pearson VUE exam center, or for due to COVID, now you can also sit for the exam from your home. All right. So you have to pass a multiple choice exam. And if you pass the exam, then you will be PMI-ACP certified professional. All right. So let me talk about the fees for the exam. So if you are PMI member, so the cost will be $435 USD. But if you are not a member, that will be almost $500. That is $495. All right. So it is always good and better to be PMI member first, then apply in the exam. And there are some relevant data actually that is not important at this moment. If you some reason if you fail in the exam, then you can retake the exam, and then actually the cost will be $335 if you are a member, and if you are not members, then the cost will be a bit high, $395. All right. Okay. So now let me talk about the how part of PMI-ACP certification. All right. So this slide I have shown earlier. So how? First you need to take training, and that training should be 20 hours or more of Agile practice, training on Agile practices. Number one. Number two, you have to have experience, general project management experience, practical general project management experience. That should be for 12 months or 2,000 hours. All right. And another one is 8 months Agile, working in an Agile team. That is another mandatory requirement for the exam. So that experience you need to have. All right. So 8 months or 1,500 hours of working in an Agile team experience. And third one is testing competence. This, I will talk about this in the next slides. So what will be the exam structure? For PMI-ACP, there are actually, the exam is multiple choice exam and classical multiple choice. That means there will be 4 options, and out of 4, only one answer is correct answer. So you will get 120 questions, and among those 120 questions, 20 questions carries no marks, unscored, and that is actually not identified or not tagged in the exam. So 120 questions, and you will get 3 hours of time to complete the exam. All right, and important thing is, most of the questions, mostly 95 to 98% questions, you will get situational questions. And so exam will try to identify whether you have understand Agile mindset, Agile principle, Agile values, and are you practicing those values mindset in your practical project. So they will put a scenario. Based on that scenario, you will have to give answer based on that scenario. And before going to the content outline of the PMI exam, So please remember, it is critical to note that Agile is not a methodology, all right? But an approach that can utilize a variety of methodologies. And in the market, there are more than 100 plus methodologies in the market available. All right. And the most popular one is Scrum. Popular one is Scrum. Then Kanban, Lean, Extreme Programming, Test-Driven Development, Pistol, DSDM. So those names, I think you already heard. So PMI-ACP exam actually, exam outline contains everything. The mostly used frameworks or methodologies are part of the PMI-ACP exam. So that is another difficult part. All right. So PMI-ACP exam is not focusing on only one single methodology like CSM, Certified Scrum Master, or other exams. It is actually focusing on a bunch of frameworks and methodologies that are available in the market. So that is another difficult part of the PMI-ACP exam. And also that is actually giving A's to other certifications, against other certifications, because you will have the knowledge of the mostly used frameworks in the market, Agile frameworks in the market, if you pass the PMI-ACP certification. So exam will be on these 7 domains, all right? So first domain is Agile principles and mindset. Most probably we all know there are 4 values and 12 principles in Agile. So from there actually you will get 16% of questions. And one of the main focus of Agile is delivering value early and frequently. So value driven delivery, you will get most questions from there. And stakeholder engagement is another part. And it's because in Agile, stakeholder is involved throughout the project. So this is actually another important domain, and you will get 70% questions. Then from team performance, Agile actually work as a whole team approach. They are self-organizing, they are generalized specialist team, and they actually manage themselves. So that is a difficult proposition. So how do we actually improve your team performance as a whole? All right. Then adaptive planning. Agile is actually, they actually not do the most planning at the earlier, they actually do planning by iteration, incrementally. So based on the situation, based on the change, they actually adapt their planning. So that adaptive planning, you will get 12% of questions. And problem detection and resolution, from there you will get 10%. And continuous improvement is another principle of Agile. And the term we used in Agile, Kaizen. So you have to find out ways how to improve yourself, your team's performance, your product's performance. So that's striving for continuous improvement is another motto of Agile methodologies. So from there you will get 9% questions. So total 100% questions you will get from these 7 domains. All right. So if you want to know detail about all this outline and what these outlines consist of, what are the tasks against those domains, and what are the knowledge, tools, and techniques you need to know for the PMI-ACP exam, then you can go to this link. You will get detail of everything that I am telling you here in short. And if you pass the exam, you will get the result like this. All right, you will not get any marks. You will get the result like this, whether you have in 7 domains where you are after the exam. All right. And as you know, like other PMI exams, this PMI-ACP certification also, after 3 years, it will expire if you don't earn 30 PDUs. All right. So after 3 years, you have to renew your certification. And to renew your certification, you need to earn 35 professional development units. And that you can do very easily by providing training voluntarily, or writing any article, or participating in any webinar. So very easy way you can earn that 30 PDUs. And this is most probably the last slide. So what are the reference texts for the exam? So these are the available text, and I myself use these texts, these books. So one is book published by PMI, Agile Practice Guide. That is actually a must-read book for this certification exam. And you can read this book. This is the most popular book. This is from Mike Griffiths. This is the most popular book for PMI-ACP. And the third one is Head First Agile. That is another popular book for clearing your PMI-ACP exam. And another additional thing I will request you to read out, that is actually the Scrum Guide. So that is actually revised in 2020, and this is only a 14-page document. All right. As Scrum is the most used Agile frameworks in the market, and you will get a lot of questions related to Scrum. Not directly, it will touch the Scrum or focus on Scrum, but you will get a lot of terminologies, taxonomies, you will get from a Scrum Guide. So that you have to read out. So most of the people who actually clear the PMI-ACP exam, they actually read this book, PMI-ACP exam prep book by Mike Griffiths. And this is a very well-written, very well-articulated book. You will get a lot of Agile-related information, Agile-related knowledge, tools and techniques from this book. So this is a great book. If you don't sit for the exam, but you want to know about Agile, then I think this is a great book to know about most used Agile frameworks, methodologies, and tools and techniques available in the market from this book. And this book is very small, most probably 100+ page book from PMI. This is also a very easy and great book. You can read this book also. So these are the reference texts that will help you to clear your PMI-ACP certification exam. And just before going to the question and answering session, this slide I should show you because this is the Agile roadmap of PMI. All right. So the first certification was ACP, PMI-ACP that we talked today. But you know, PMI is introducing discipline Agile. And discipline Agile is having this certification. And all these are actually in Agile spectrum, the Agile roadmap of PMI. So ACP, if you pass the ACP, then you can actually directly give the exam for Senior Scrum Master Agile certification. All right. So this is the future of PMI Agile movement. All right. So with this, my presentation is completed. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. So this is open. You can unmute yourself. And also, it is good if you turn on your video and you can ask your question.
Shahid bhai.
Yes.
I have two questions about the ACP certification. At first, I have to thank you for this valuable presentation. I'm eagerly to get the certification of the PMI-ACP. So I have a question that I have project management experience as I already passed the PMP exam, but in case of 8 months Agile experience, it will be difficult for me because most of the government projects are the conventional waterfall methodology.
Yes.
So how can I accommodate this? How can I correlate this my project management experience to ACP Agile exam requirement? And the second question is, as the PMP exam syllabus is going to change the next January, maybe 2021. So is this any possibility about the change the PMI-ACP syllabus also or not?
No. Second, let me give the answer of your second question. So PMI-ACP course outline or syllabus is not changing because it is already touching all available frameworks and methodologies in the market. So it is not changing, all right, PMI-ACP. And your first question, as a government project management professional, you're in government sector, so it is quite difficult for you to practice Agile. But if you see recent projects, you will see there are different lot of components. There are maybe IT components, there could be software components. And if you can use the hybrid method in traditional procurement, you can use traditional project management methods. And in software and IT, you can use Agile methods. So if you know about Agile principle and Agile values, and also little bit of Scrum, and if you start practicing all those methods in your project, and it is actually applicable in your predictive project also. Right? So this way, if you change your mindset, make your mindset Agile, and apply some tools and techniques in your project, that is applicable. Very easily you can apply. Then you can actually mention that you have 8 months of Agile experience. This way you can show. No issues, I think.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions from anybody?
Hello, I'm Motasim Billah. So I have a question. My question will be, as for me, I have not that much experience. Like I have in the job market like 8 years plus, and I've been doing project management more or less like 3 years or 3 or 4 years. So my question is, should I pursue the PMI-ACP exam? I mean, am I ready for this, or should I go for it? What should my career approach actually? Basically, the question is sort of like.
Okay. You are in which industry?
I am
Which
in
industry
IT
you are working?
industry. I'm in IT industry, and I'm currently working on IT department of Black Bank, basically software industry.
Okay, okay. All right. All right. Yes, I think you have enough experience for sitting for the PMI-ACP exam. And PMI-ACP exam is not difficult like PMP, the most popular and difficult exam of PMI. So PMI actually ask you basic questions on available agile practices, methodologies in the market. So I think you are eligible, and as you were in software industry, they are actually somehow using some part of Agile. There is no way doing project in the software industry or IT industry practicing Agile. All right.
Yes.
So already you have that experience. So,
Yeah,
I think you can go for that. No problem.
Okay, okay, sure. Thank you for the vote of confidence, actually.
All right. Thank you. Anyone have any questions? So,
Okay,
we have finished by 8:30, right?
okay, let me ask
8:30.
another one. Like, what are the percentage, like, if I take help from any coach or any coaching, like you are a coach, so should I gradually re-study the textbooks and everything else and then sit for the exam, or should I take help from any coach or coaching center or something like that? What is the correct? I mean, what should I do, basically?
So I think you can do anything actually. Anywhere you can start. So you can start reading, then you can go for training, because training is the mandatory part. You have to take 20 hours training. And again, you can do the vice versa. You can take the training, you will get the guideline, and then you can start reading and studying and prepare yourself for the exam. So
Yeah,
anyway, you can take.
because the fees, as for our Bangladesh, the fee is not
Yeah,
fee is a good. It's a
very
good.
high, very high fee.
Very high. It's a very high, I should say. Yeah. So I don't want to like give a re-exam also. It might take 3 months. It might take 6 months. But regardless of anything, I want to pass it at first attempt. So that's why the concern is like, what should I
Okay.
do? I should because if I am reading or studying only, there is a possibility that I might not have the insight of the exam. So that's why I was asking.
Yeah. So choice is yours actually. Two options are open for you. It's anything you can do.
Okay. Okay. That's
All
all
right.
from my
Thank
side.
you. So any other questions? So if you are not having any questions, then we can, I think, we can finish the session. So thank you everyone for joining this session. So I thought that this session will be 1 hour in length, but it is on 8:30, right? So it took only 30 minutes. That is good. So in 30 minutes, I have completed my presentation slides, and also you had some questions. I try to give answer of all the questions. So Noor, do you want to ask any question? So he joined from Somalia actually.
Sir.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Any question?
One question. Yes, I'm greeting you. I'm from Somalia. Nice to meet you. My name is Muhammad Noor. I am one of the students in my this sir in Bangladesh, for Bangladesh, the Model University. Okay, sir, I have one question. Chapter manager was 2017, and I have equipment for 2017. I think 6th edition. But in the last 2 years, I worked in the bank for money projects in software development.
Okay.
So, is there any change in that equipment material? Is there any change?
Yeah, Noor, if you are asking about PMP exam, so PMP exam.
Another question is, can I attend in this next year in the exam directly?
So if you are asking questions about PMP, PMP exam
Yes.
is going to change from January 2021. All right. So the earlier version that I actually taught you in 2017, that is actually will not be valid for the next year. So you have to take the new version of, you have to read the new version of PMBOK, then you have to sit for the exam in 2021.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, bhai. I have a question.
Yeah,
we have a plan to arrange a training for this PMI-ACP.
Yes, I have a plan, and I will start most probably from 18 of this month.
This month?
Not January, December, 18 December. I am planning to start.
Yeah. Can you share us what about the financial details?
Yeah, that I actually, who joined in my, registered in my course, I actually send email everyone, detail of the course, the content of the course, and fees, and when the class will be happen. I will email you all who registered in the session. Okay.
Yeah, last one. Actually, you know me better, I think. So, is the right time to do this course or do the certification for me?
I think better you actually try for PMP. All right. You can also try for this one, PMI-ACP, because PMI-ACP will be a bit easier than PMP. PMP is quite difficult actually.
If I
but
do
ACP
this,
is easy.
If I do this PMI, then it will helpful for us for PMP.
Yes. That will be also helpful for, because a lot of question will come from Agile, and in the next year, 50% question will come from Agile. So if you participate in PMI-ACP, I think you will actually well prepared in the Agile domain.
Thank you.
All right, you will be well prepared for Agile domain in PMP exam. No doubt about that.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, welcome, sir. Ji Mukhtar bhai, any question?
Yeah, your next training course, maybe it will be in online.
Yes, online. Online.
Okay.
Because I am personally enjoying online course, and I think so. Like all the students, participants, they are also enjoying because this is actually become more interactive than the physical classes.
Okay, I'm interested. Please send the link and about the details of the course. If I have a lot of time, then I can join. Okay.
Okay, no issues. We will take class in the evening, so I think you can join. No problem. All right. So with this, we can close this session. Thank you everyone for joining this session, and I wishing all of your success in your life and in your career. Thank you. See you in next sessions. Thank you. Bye. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.